example. I'm going to walk through uh, my final project for DSC478. For this project, I'm creating a movie recommendation system based on the dataset provided in the Kaggle. This dataset actually consists of 20 million ratings provided by 130k users on around 27k movies. One quality of this dataset is that each user has rated at least 20 movies. I'll not go into much details, but this dataset I used to provide ratings, to provide recommendations to the user. So quickly going to the application. In this application, what I've done is, as there are 130k users, you can provide a simple user, and that can be used to provide recommendations. It's taking a use case of you are logging into a website as a user, and you will see recommendations for that user. So let me select a user number 500 and select the item based recommendations for that. It'll take a couple of seconds. So in this one, what I've done is kind of created a Netflix like structure where based on movie already rated by the user, I provided 4 recommendations which are similar to this movie and the scores associated with them. Similarly, I've kind of done it for 4 such movies which are rated by the user and provided 4 recommendations for each one of them. We can do the similar approach for the user based recommendations. So when I click on that, again it will take a couple of seconds and provide 4 recommendations based on similarities of the users associated similar to this particular 500 user. Quickly going through the code now. This is the Jupyter notebook, but for this web application I've kind of downloaded the py version of it and used that in my Flask application to run the web page. For the Jupyter version, if you look at it, imported libraries, loaded dataset. I had to combine the dataset to have the movie and the rating in the same data frame. What I used here is to get the unique movies out of this dataset. So these are, as we already saw in the dataset, this is around 27,000. But basically what I'm trying to do here is to get the minimum number of ratings that a movie has, and you can see that a lot of them has 1, so I decided to ignore them using the mean of the number of ratings provided on a movie. So any movie which has less than 735 ratings, which means only 735 users have rated them, I have ignored them. And based on this, if I go down, then I created a matrix between user, movie, and the value of the rating they have. And there are a lot of NaNs, but there are a lot of values as well. So what I do here is, first of all, I get the user from the user matrix, then I see which ratings the user has provided, and based on the top movies which the user has rated, I select that and kind of use those movies to get the similar movies and give recommendations. As we saw on the UI, 4 movies which user has rated and recommended 4 movies against each one of them. The structure is basically to support the UI, and that's what it is. Movie which user has rated and movies which we have provided the recommendation. First element is same based on 1 similarity, but I have to ignore that on the UI. Similarly going for the user piece, what I do is, for users, what I've done is, any user which has rated at least 70% of the movies similar to this user, and I have done that. And then basically I created the correlation matrix between the users, and then I calculated the correlation between them, correlation matrix, and then I combined it with ratings, and with ratings I combined get the weighted rating. Once I have the weighting rating, I group by the movie ID and calculated the mean of the weighted rating so that I can get the movies which have the highest mean, and then I use that to get the recommendation, and that's what I set to the UI and which is visible on the UI. Thank you.